In Paradise Valley, a sun-drenched suburb of Phoenix, the landscape shimmered beneath a haze of heat. Palms lined the wide streets, and the distant Camelback Mountain glowed bronze in the afternoon light. Nestled among manicured lawns and bougainvillea fences stood a Spanish-style mansion with terracotta tiles and arched windows. Its garden bloomed in abundance, velvety roses and lavender swaying under the merciless desert sun. Inside that home lived Jennifer Wilson, a woman whose world appeared flawless. Her mornings began precisely at 6, when the faint desert dawn still clung to the horizon. The gentle hum of the blender filled her sunlit kitchen as she prepared her ritual smoothie: organic kale, chia seeds, almond milk, and protein powder, all bought from Whole Foods Market. She believed discipline was not a virtue but a necessity. Her life was built on structure, meticulous calendars, labeled spice jars, and a fitness tracker that never left her wrist. Earning $80,000 a year as a real estate investment advisor, she had cultivated a reputation for reliability and calm efficiency. Clients trusted her. Colleagues admired her. That morning, she adjusted her gardening hat and called out through the open patio doors, "Michael, my sister's family is coming this weekend. I'll prepare a roast turkey." From the driveway came her husband's voice, warm and grounded. "Sounds perfect, Jen. Ashley will love that." Michael Wilson, tall with a square jaw and distinctive greenish-amber eyes, was the embodiment of confidence. As the owner of a construction firm with annual sales exceeding $1 million, he carried himself with easy authority. Yet beneath the charm and success, there was a mystery Jennifer had never thought to question. She smiled faintly, pruning a rose bush. "Ah, Ashley's due any day now. How is she doing?" "I called her yesterday," Jennifer replied, brushing soil from her gloves. "She seems fine. Her body management skills from her modeling days are paying off." Ashley, her younger sister, was her opposite in every conceivable way. Where Jennifer was measured and deliberate, Ashley was spontaneous and radiant. She had once graced glossy magazine covers, her beauty dazzling. Now, married to David Morrison, an investment banker with a sharp wit and a sharper wardrobe, she lived in a sleek Scottsdale home that mirrored her glamour. Yet the sisters shared something unspoken, a longing neither dared to admit aloud: the struggle to become mothers. Sundays were sacred. After morning service at North Phoenix Baptist Church, the family would gather in Jennifer's bright dining room. The table gleamed with homemade quiche, golden French toast, and bowls of fresh berries. Michael poured coffee while sunlight streamed through the windows, casting dappled warmth over their laughter. It was in these serene moments that Jennifer felt complete. But when the laughter faded, she and Ashley often drifted to quiet corners of the patio, voices low, confiding their shared pain. For 10 years, Jennifer had endured fertility treatments, blood tests, hormone injections, surgeries, the endless waiting rooms of Mayo Clinic Hospital. Each month, hope rose like a tide and then receded, leaving only emptiness. Her insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield Arizona, covered much of it, but no amount of coverage could protect her from the ache of failure. Now, Ashley's pregnancy, a miracle conceived through similar treatments, was both a joy and a quiet heartbreak. The doctor's voice had been gentle that morning. "Mrs. Wilson, your physical condition is good. Let's continue the treatment with optimism." Jennifer had nodded, forcing a smile, though she felt something inside her unraveling thread by thread. Later, while shopping at Kierland Commons, she caught her reflection in a boutique window, polished, graceful, yet somehow hollow. She longed for the simplicity of the past, when she and Michael had planted roses together on weekends and talked about baby names under the stars. Lately, he had been working late, too often, sometimes until midnight. She told herself it was just business. That evening, as the Arizona sun dipped into molten gold, the aroma of roasting turkey filled the house. Jennifer stood at the kitchen island, chopping carrots and onions, when her phone rang. "Hello? Sis, it's me. I think I'm in labor. I'm heading to the hospital." Jennifer froze. "What? But you're 2 weeks early. Where's David? I can't reach him at work. Please, come? I'll be right there." She turned off the oven, grabbed her keys, and raced into the heat. The sky blazed orange as she drove down Scottsdale Road, the desert wind rippling through her hair. Her heart pounded with worry. The freeway lights blurred past as she whispered, "Hold on, Ashley, please be okay." Phoenix General Hospital, obstetric ward. The hospital corridors gleamed under harsh fluorescent lights. The smell of antiseptic mingled with the faint scent of baby powder. Nurses moved briskly, their shoes squeaking softly on the polished floor. From a distant television came the steady murmur of a baseball game. Jennifer waited in the lounge, clutching a bouquet of pink gerberas and baby's breath, Ashley's favorite. Her palms were damp. Then, at last, the nurse appeared. "Mrs. Morrison's delivery went well. A healthy baby boy, 6 pounds." Jennifer exhaled, tears pricking her eyes. Relief washed over her, followed by an unexpected pang of sorrow. From the nursery came the faint cry of a newborn. She followed the sound, the bouquet trembling in her hands. The hallway was flooded with sunlight, so bright she had to squint. When she entered the hospital room, Ashley was radiant despite her exhaustion, cradling a small bundle wrapped in soft blue. Several bouquets already surrounded her bed, white lilies, pink roses, congratulatory cards from old friends. "Look, my baby," Ashley beamed. Jennifer stepped closer, smiling, until her gaze met the infant's eyes. Greenish amber. Her husband's eyes. The same rare hue that shimmered beneath desert sunlight every morning at her breakfast table. The same flecks of gold she'd traced with her fingers once upon a time. Her breath caught. Her pulse roared in her ears. The nurse, oblivious, chuckled. "He certainly takes after his father." Jennifer's world tilted. "He really does, doesn't he?" Ashley said, smiling proudly. Jennifer's lips curved into a perfect, practiced smile. "Congratulations, he's beautiful." Her voice sounded distant, hollow. Years of professional composure, of smiling through negotiation and rejection, now served as armor. Her heart was breaking, but her face betrayed nothing. She touched the baby's tiny hand. His fingers curled around hers with innocent trust, and she felt a pain so sharp it nearly stole her breath. "Thank you for coming, Jen," Ashley murmured. "David couldn't make it. I felt so alone." Jennifer swallowed hard. Her gaze drifted to the baby again, to the unmistakable eyes that had destroyed her world in silence. Outside, the Arizona sun burned fiercely through the window, indifferent and eternal. Paradise Valley, the shattered calm, the sterile white of the hospital corridor seemed to dissolve into a blur as Jennifer Wilson walked away, her heels clicking sharply against the tile. Her body moved on instinct, but her mind was chaos. Fragments of memory collided like shards of broken glass. Michael's late nights, always explained with gentle excuses. Ashley's frequent visits. Last-minute holiday changes. The subtle shifts in tone when her sister's name came up. The 9 months since that happy announcement. Every scattered piece suddenly fell into alignment, forming a single, horrific truth. The baby's eyes. Michael's eyes. A cold numbness spread through her body, and her throat tightened until breathing hurt. Still, she forced a smile as Ashley's voice echoed behind her. "You're leaving already? After bringing these lovely flowers?" "Yes, sorry, I just remembered something I need to do, a work deadline. I'll come back later." Her tone was steady, her words precise, the voice of a professional masking devastation. She placed the bouquet of pink gerberas on the bedside table, their bright petals mocking her with their innocent bloom. Then she walked out. Down the hallway. Into the elevator. Out into the blinding Arizona sunlight. As the hospital doors slid shut behind her, the walls she had built for a decade collapsed. She reached the parking lot, her body trembling, and collapsed against the steering wheel. The first sob escaped her lips, raw and uncontrollable. Her world had ended, yet the world outside remained mercilessly bright. Luxury cars shimmered under the desert sun, indifferent to her pain. Somewhere in the distance, a helicopter droned lazily across the sky. Her tears soaked into her blouse, but even as the ache consumed her, her mind began to work. Not emotionally, methodically. The part of her trained to handle crises in real estate, to manage risk, to calculate loss, took control. She wiped her face, took a deep breath, and reached for her phone. Her voice came out calm, almost mechanical. "Yes, this is Jennifer Wilson. I need to review all my bank accounts immediately." The operator confirmed her identity. She listened to the figures, memorizing every number. Her rational mind catalogued it all, storing it neatly where emotion couldn't reach. As the scorching Arizona heat pressed against the car windows, a plan began to form, cold, silent, precise. A plan for retribution. Back at the Paradise Valley mansion 5 p.m. Jennifer unlocked the front door and stepped inside as if nothing had changed. The house smelled faintly of lavender and roast turkey, remnants of the dinner she never finished cooking. She checked her watch. Still an hour before Michael returned. Plenty of time. Stay calm. Be methodical, she whispered to herself. She sat at her desk and opened her computer. The gentle hum of the CPU was the only sound in the quiet house. Her fingers moved with mechanical precision. Step 1. Back up everything. Michael's passwords had always been laughably simple: their anniversary, his birthday, their wedding date. The irony burned. Within minutes, his emails unfolded before her. Working late again. Dinner with clients. Weekend conference. Every message, once believable, now read like a confession. Then came the credit card statements, luxurious dinners, hotel bookings at the Phoenician, jewelry from Tiffany Co., designer handbags billed to Ashley Morrison. Jennifer's pulse quickened. They really thought I'd never notice, she murmured. Next came the phone, hidden folders, secret messages, photos. All there. Every betrayal archived in data. Her hands trembled as she copied each file into a labeled folder. Evidence, Wilson case. Then she called her lawyer. Mr. Harrison, I need an urgent consultation. Her voice was steady, controlled. He explained Arizona's community property laws, joint ownership of all marital assets. Her mind sharpened like a blade. Perfect. Every dollar, every brick of this house, hers as much as his. She checked the Paradise Valley property valuation. The market was high, 120% of their purchase price. Another perfect detail. She called her real estate network, her old contacts. I might have a high-end listing available, off-market. Need buyers who can move fast, all cash. By the time she hung up, she already had interest. Then came the purge. Michael's suits, folded neatly into donation boxes. His watches, wrapped and sealed for charity. His shoes, his golf clubs, his trophies of self-importance, all gone. Every memory of him reduced to inventory. 1 week later, the sale closed smoothly, 120% of the market value, cash. The mansion was stripped, the land cleared for new development. Jennifer's accounts were secure, her assets transferred. Her new life in Scottsdale was ready, a luxury penthouse with a view of the city skyline, minimalist furniture, and silence that soothed instead of suffocating. Her professional reputation had already drawn attention, multiple job offers. By the time she watched her first Scottsdale sunset, an email from Eagle Crest Investments awaited her inbox. Senior real estate advisor minus $150,000 annual salary. Start date, flexible. The timing felt almost poetic. Her phone vibrated. Ashley. Jennifer looked at the screen, her lips curving into a quiet, unreadable smile. Not yet, she whispered. She let it ring. 2 weeks later, Scottsdale penthouse. Morning sunlight streamed through floor-to-ceiling windows. Jennifer sat at a sleek glass table, sipping coffee when the concierge delivered a letter, handwritten, elegant. From David Morrison. Curious, she opened it. The faint scent of cologne lingered on the envelope. To Jennifer. I must tell you the truth. I can no longer keep it hidden. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed infertile. The doctor was clear. I could never father a child. I didn't tell Ashley. I couldn't bear to take her hope away. That was my mistake. When she announced her pregnancy, I already knew. I recognized the timing, the changes, the distance between us, and I knew whose child it was. Michael's. I stayed silent, out of cowardice. But now, after all that's happened, I needed to tell you. You deserve the truth. Jennifer's hands trembled slightly, the letter rustling in the quiet air. Michael has lost everything. Ashley has lost her comfort. Your actions have restored balance. For that, I thank you. A deep, steady breath escaped her lips. It wasn't satisfaction she felt, it was clarity. Then her phone buzzed again, a voice message from Ashley. She pressed play. "It was all my fault," Ashley sobbed. "I've always been jealous of you, your job, your perfect house, your life. I wanted to destroy it. When I learned about David's infertility, I used Michael. It was deliberate. I'm so sorry. Every time I look at this baby, I feel my heart breaking." Silence. Then the soft cry of a baby. Jennifer set the phone down, staring at the skyline. Moments later, another voicemail appeared. "Michael. Jenny, please, I was weak. I should have stopped it. I was tired, angry, lost after the fertility failures, but that's no excuse. It was all my fault." His voice cracked. Jennifer didn't listen further. She deleted it. The city outside gleamed beneath the desert sun, clear, endless, unbothered. She picked up David's letter again. Attached was a hospital report, medical proof of infertility, the final, undeniable truth. That night, Ashley and David called together. Their voices, trembling and remorseful, filled the silence. Jennifer listened without a word. When they finished, she simply said, "I wish you peace." Then she hung up. On her desk lay a new job offer from a San Francisco investment firm. The salary, $150,000. The title, Vice President of Property Strategy. She smiled faintly. "No one destroys my life but me," she whispered. The next morning, she placed an order for new furniture, soft beige couches, marble coffee tables, fresh white curtains. Her old world was gone. Through the penthouse window, Phoenix shimmered in the early light, unchanged, eternal. But Jennifer was no longer the woman who once tended roses in Paradise Valley. She was something sharper now, stronger. On the calendar beside her desk, one note stood out clearly in blue ink. Flight to San Francisco, 8:30 a.m. Jennifer closed her laptop, took a slow sip of coffee, and whispered to the rising sun, "It's time." And somewhere in the distance, the desert wind carried the faint scent of roses, the last trace of a past she had finally buried.